So here we go again with this. It doesn't really shock me. It really doesn't. It honestly doesn't. I said this a while ago that this is going to continue. This doesn't really shock me. It really doesn't. Because I said a while ago that this is what you're going to have. You're going to have more SJW Feminist cartoons and video games. Because that's all it is now, or all about her gender. So didn't even know about this, nor did I care about it because I don't watch anime, and I never will. But this is basically an anime created by a bunch of white people. I mean, pretty cringe to start with. I mean, anime is known as a Japanese cartoon, so why white people are doing it, I don't know. But you won't find this stuff in Japanese anime. You won't find it because it's always the Americans, and that they always want to push their agenda onto people. But so basically, originally was tweeted about in August 2018, and then they released a trailer, and then this is how they first started off. The promo starts off highlighting the staff rather than focusing on the anime. So again, it's a known thing in Hollywood and stuff like that. And I mean, Netflix and these subscription services are nothing but dog shit anyway. I don't even watch TV. I'm not subscribed to any of these things because I don't care. I literally don't. The only thing that I watch is YouTube. And even though Twitch is a garbage site, I watch some streamers on that, and that's about it. I don't watch any Hollywood movies or anything like that. But that's how it starts off. And one, the whole entire team that made this, just like with Ghostbusters, I mean, I've gave a list of the amount of woke TV shows and that are out there. Resident Evil, the TV series. What else? Lord of the Rings. Saints Row. Red Dead Redemption 2. God of War. Basically the Ragnarok new one. Even GTA 6. And we all know about the leaks that happened recently, but you look at that, that's gone woke. Anyone remember GTA where it used to be where you're a criminal? Now it's clearly gone woke. Man, Bonnie and Clyde. What an embarrassment. That's all gaming's becoming now. Gaming and TV shows is this woke crap. So again, they have to promote their agenda just like always. But the second red flag is when this claim is made. The characters are diverse and the cast is diverse. So already we know this is going to be just nothing but an SJW feminist TV show, because rather than creating a good show, let's just shove diversity down people's throats. Let's shove it down kids' throats. Let's promote it and make you accept it. And anyone that doesn't is labeled a bunch of names. This is all it's about now, promoting an agenda. Oh, we're going to shove an agenda down your throat. We're not actually going to create a good TV show. We're just going to shove an agenda down your throat. So this stuff is literally white American women, which really doesn't surprise me. I mean, who is the one that mainly pushing this? The Americans. I mean, then again, what do you really expect from a nation built on slavery and built on basically Satan worship? So what do you really expect? Got an itchy eye here. So as you can see, the feminists. So we already know straight away that this is going to be a downhill TV show, and they've only got one man. Now again, I've watched a bunch of videos before making this to know what it's actually about. Um, as far as I know, the main producer or whatever used to work on things like The Simpsons or whatever, and now he's doing this. Doesn't really surprise me because again, anything for money, right? Anything for money. You think they would have learned the lesson from these TV shows that they could create them? She-Hulk, negative review because it's nothing but a feminist TV show and an attack on men. This is the same thing. I'm going to show the evidence that this is what these people are like. The hypocrites. They caught the basically all feminists are anyway. To start with, they're just hypocrites. That's all they are. It's just basically the same thing that men do, but reversed. It's basically women oppressing men. That's all it really is. That's all feminism is. It's the same thing. So when you claim to be a feminist, you're literally doing the same thing that you were speaking out against. That's just the fact. So again, there's no black people, no Asian people. There's nothing diverse about it. So you see, it's just an excuse. They just say, oh, it's diverse, when it's not really that at all. It's about promoting the agenda. If these people actually cared about black people or other races, they're not in the show. They just use that as an excuse to make themselves look good. That's all it is. These people don't care about black people or people of other races. They couldn't care less. The same with Hollywood. They don't care. They just use it as an agenda. It's a sad case of weaponizing terms, which is exactly what it is. And it's just about promoting an agenda. And obviously, I'm not going to play the video because I'll probably get done for copyright. It all kicked off with the response to the promotional video, High Guardian Spice. He wasn't the only one. So, this person criticized it. And then, of course, they got mad. Just the same thing with. It's basically just the same thing as with She-Hulk, where the woman basically wishing death on man. You see this thing with these, and you always find it's like these 30-year-old or whatever mad at men. Yeah, we can get into the other thing with the thing with women. They do the same thing. I mean, it's always blame it on the man, isn't it? A woman never takes responsibility for their own actions. It's just facts. So focus too much on diversity, the cast, what they can and could have done with series. So again, and their basically response is this. In this response video, the breaks down the people behind it, and then these are the same people, some who were preaching about diversity, female representation, amplifying voices that haven't been heard, just like the movements out there that turned out to be a scam. We already know anyway, the BLM, which was nothing but a scam. They robbed people of money, which I said from day one was just nothing but an agenda. They don't care about black people at all. But this is a reception it received. Yeah, they turned off the comments because they're getting caught under criticism. Me, I get a bunch of load of trolls. I just ignore it. And then this is the basically the backlash that so it's not just the comments that were turned off, even the like count was turned off to hide the dislikes versus likes, but it doesn't really matter because again, I think if you turn the likes or dislikes off, I don't know whether that extension works with that. But the dislikes versus like ratio was a reflection of the overall anime community's feelings towards the High Guardian Spice. And this is what I said, this is what you have when white Americans make an anime. This is what you're gonna get. The Japanese and the Asian culture, they create anime. You don't have no diversity agenda behind it. Yes, but a lot of the anime cartoons are full of Illuminati symbolism. But at least one thing, as far as I know, that with the animes that I've seen, there's not no diversity or feminist propaganda or agenda. This is what happens, like I said, when you let white Americans create an anime. This is how it turns out. And then basically, this is what they responded with because people are calling it out. So remember last year when announced an original animation project with women in almost all key positions, which again is another thing of power, feminist power. So proving that they are feminists. There's no men in power. Basically the same thing. They're hypocrites. So basically the sexist. Imagine this is what I said with feminists. Imagine being a feminist and saying, "Oh, you're sick of being oppressed by men," yet then you're doing the same thing. That's a lot. That's a lot of what these people do. They're hypocrites. And yes, feminism is a Illuminati agenda. It's a Illuminati agenda. There's a Illuminati game card called feminism, and it has a picture of a bra. So yeah, feminism was created by the system. So these idiots that call themselves a feminist was literally created by the system. The same people that you say that oppress women. So literally you're following a system created by the people that you speak out against. What a clown. And then this is what they respond back with. I've seen nothing but positivity about High Guardian Spice on my. But then again, I do make an effort to keep weird a-holes out of the space. The response is mostly positive, but they are the handwriters. But boy, are the handwriters mad. And then you have this. And it's funny, just got my daily reminder that the dudes who get mad at animated shows that don't exist yet are the most fragile of snowflakes. You gotta laugh at that as well because I saw on Twitter, like, I couldn't care less because James Bond is a dog shit movie anyway. I mean, they've milked that franchise for so long now. They've changed the actor multiple times. But I gotta laugh at the poster the actor made. Oh, so many people are snowflakes in this world. Yeah, the person that said this is a well-known Hollywood actor that is a sellout, and he's calling people snowflakes. I think his name is Idis or whatever. I mean, what a stupid name to start with. But he's the new James Bond. And they were making a point about it. Oh, James Bond is now black. Who cares? The franchise is dog shit anyway. It always has been. They've milked that so long now. Every single movie is literally just the same. They just change the actor. Every movie of James Bond is the same, boring. I only watched half of one, and I couldn't watch that any longer. It's so boring. It's a boring movie. It literally is. It's one of the worst movies on the planet, and it's so boring. Basically, the Casino Royale is one of the most boring movies on the planet. I couldn't even watch. This is when I was about a teenager. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't finish it. It was that garbage. But you just have to laugh at these people in Hollywood. They call people snowflakes, yet you're the same people that are about promoting diversity and promoting basically agendas, and anyone that doesn't accept them, you get mad. So therefore, you're the soft snowflake. And most of these people that go around using the term snowflake don't even know what it means. But this is their response to criticism. In response to the backlash, the long short of it, manager Miles Thomas says the response was mostly positive. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, because of course it's going to be positive. Just like that video that I did about the SJW video game. That was mostly positive, that game. Go look at the review on Steam. That was mostly positive. But does it mean it's a great game? No, it doesn't. There's many argument that you can use. If a garbage movie gets a lot of positive reviews, does that mean it's a great movie? No, it doesn't. Most people in this world like trash. That's as far as they like trash, and they like watching trash. And then you have the man at Mother's Basement, you gotta laugh at that, makes a bold accusation about the High Guardian Spice critics. The reality is, and was, the criticism was overwhelmingly negative. Understandably, they can accept it. Exactly. So, and there's a difference between criticism and that. If you're going around wishing death on people, then that's not criticism. That's just taking it to a whole nother level. But people can't handle criticism today. They literally can't. My eye won't stop itching. Just give me a second. What burns? So, Mother's Basement. I don't know whether that's actually a name or someone's just put it. It was pretty funny. Because that's what most of these people, SJWs are, they're living in the Mother's Basement. His point made no sense and is more hyperbole than anything else. So as I said, obviously I'm not gonna play the video because obviously I'll get done for copyright. Because we all know how my channel is. During August, the trailer goes a lot more into the American-made anime, with character interactions jump cut, a diverse world of characters, and all that jazz. It's a mix up of a little witch and American-style cartoon stirred into one big part. For someone who grew up on stellar dubs like Dragon Ball Z, the voices are painful to hear. I'm not a fan. So again, I don't like Dragon Ball Z either. But many people worship that cartoon, Dragon Ball Z. A lot of people worship anime, and we all know why. It's sexual stuff. So as you can see, they're all girls. You can all finally meet my favorite team of fighting girls. So yeah, they're all females. All of them are. So it's a gender. No men in it. There's no men in it. And when there is a man in it, they have to create the stereotype. Like oh, I'm an alpha male and all that. We all know that's all bullshit anyway. But, I mean, straight away from the haircut to the way they dress, you can tell who's behind it. And then it gets released. And you have clips. And then again, they start talking. Some of the criticism includes, I like how uncreative, toxic masculinity is. It's so incredibly basic. What a note. Taking stereotype character, gotta have him be white, blonde haired, and blue eyed too. What revolutionary ground the writers are exploiting here. It's funny seeing them try to make cultural statements. So it's probably an agenda here to basically say, "Oh, look, man, this is why all men act." Probably something like that, because it's always an attack on men. We know, and this person probably basically that wrote this is either what the way they worded it, they're probably anti masculinity, because that's what Hollywood want. They want these men that ain't masculine and all that. They hate it. They don't like masculine men. They want to feminize men. That's really what they want to do. They don't like men that are not betas. Like with me, I'm just a lone wolf. I walk alone, isolate myself. It's really what I am. Friendly reminder that the creators of the show believe it is meant for mature audience. I felt like a child the way it explains, so it doesn't really surprise me that that's in the show. Really doesn't. We're going to break stereotypes by making more stereotypes, which again, that's why you have to laugh. Or with their agenda, it's probably an attack on masculine men. That's probably what it is. Oh, you can't have a powerful man and a masculine man in a TV show. Oh, can't have that. You're promoting that men are stronger. We can't have that. That's sexist because they don't like masculine men. They really don't in Hollywood. They don't like it, and even in TV shows, they don't like it. They have this agenda. And again, they always say this. Oh, you just troll. You, as you say, newest anime gets review bombed by trolls. So people that don't like a show is a troll. Just like with the Little Mermaid, people that spoke out against that, over 1 million, it's probably more than that now, 1 million dislikes. People spoke out against it, and everyone was calling them a racist. Because that's the world that we live in. Anyone that speaks out against something, oh, you're just anti this, oh, you're just a racist. No, it's called, we ain't accepting your political bullshit and your agendas. You've been shoving it on kids, shoving it down their throat for way too long now, and they get away with it. Anyone that pushes this agenda onto kids should literally have a prison sentence because you're literally brainwashing people. That's just a fact. You're literally brainwashing people to accept your garbage. Only days later, along with the backlash, a website called We Got the Cover This Covered makes an accusation because this overwhelming majority of people in the anime community dislike, they are deemed anti because they don't like it. As I said, just with this is all they do. Just like with the Little Mermaid, just like with She-Hulk. Oh, you're just a troll. You're just a 30-year-old man. You're just a troll. That's what they label people because, again, people say that, oh, if you don't like something, that you're a hater. That's not the definition of a hater. That's what people do today. You give someone criticism or anything, you say like, oh, I don't like something, you're labeled a hater instantly. You don't like somebody's music, you're labeled a hater. That's not a hater. Someone that is a hater literally purposely goes out their way to harass and hate everything that you do. That's called a hater. But these idiots today just call everything hate because they can't take any form of criticism or be criticized by anything because their ego is so fragile. People that can't take any form of criticism are the real snowflakes. You really are. There's a difference between criticism and just being an a-hole. Basically, calling someone names and that is not criticism. And then they have this is a shaming tactic and insult tactic people use when they can't refute your argument or make a solid argument themselves without attacking your character. Likely, just as has been the case in comics, video games, this is just another group of people angry to see something they love changing and trying to lash out against that change. Well, again, people are sick and tired of your political garbage. People are sick of it. They are literally sick and tired of your scummy agenda being shoved down their throats. They're sick of it. That's what people are sick of. Oh, they're just scared of change. And let's show this before we continue. This is going to be going woke now. Anybody remember Splinter Cell? I originally played this on the original Xbox. It was a pretty fun game. Now I guarantee it's going to be going woke. So again, as soon as you use the word for modern day audience, that's when you know it's going woke. So they're going to ruin this game. They're going to remake it and ruin it. They're going to ruin it. Guarantee you they'll ruin it. They'll rewrite the Splinter Cell franchise into some diverse SJW feminist crap, and they'll ruin the game. Just like Saints Row, they ruined that. Guarantee you this is going to be woke. What does modern day audience refer to? These Zoomers, these SJWs, these I'm offended by everything in today. These snowflakes that live in the mother's basement that literally sit on Twitter crying about everything, offended by everything. Oh, there's a sexual joke in a video game. I'm gonna cancel this person. Oh, this person said this in a video game. Cancel. It's just It's the same thing with like the Dead by Daylight community. It's the same thing. Basically, oh, if you complain about a game or whatever, there's this community where they want to cancel people. Like, oh, if you call somebody out for doing something or playing a certain way in a video game, then oh, we're gonna cancel you. It's the world that we live in. These SJW losers that literally want to live in their fantasy world where everything's bunnies and rainbows. That's the world that we live in. This is why you're not going to have good video games anymore. The gaming industry is dead. People keep bringing this crap up with Silent Hill. That franchise is dead. Every gaming franchise is dead. It's time you wake up and realize that one. It's dead. You can't make games like them anymore, especially in today's society with these little snowflakes. You can't make them. They'll get cancelled. Why do you think Saints Row was woke? Because they were scared. They were scared that, oh, if we do this, maybe the game's going to get cancelled. GTA 6 is going to be the same thing. Guarantee you. These companies just can't grow a pair of balls and tell them, look, we're not giving you what you want. And that's what these companies are like now. They basically give in to these losers. Oh, you're offended by it, we'll change it. I mean, it's a joke. It used to be years ago, if somebody was offended by something, the director and that would say, that's your problem. And then these are the stuff that basically this is the writer. She calls for basically men to be. She basically has all these. I can barely even read them, but men are trash. We're trying to decide on a slogan for 2015. Again, kill all man. Doesn't shock me. And this is what I mean. These people are allowed to say these things and get away with it. So again, just look at all the messages. And I'll probably leave a link to this article if you want to check it out yourself. But again, she hates men, clearly. I mean, even though all the bullshit that I've gone through with women, you don't see me posting stuff like this. And she even made a t-shirt, I think, kill all men. I mean, what a joke. What a joke. And yeah, this is what I mean. These people are allowed to be in a form of power. Marvel and High Guardian Spice writer, so doesn't really surprise me. Was she the one that made the She-Hulk? Wouldn't surprise me if it was. Leaf refuses to apologize for social media post, blames critics for not understanding she was Trumba. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. I've never heard of that word, but she won't admit it. I mean, even if she did apologize, again, which these people wouldn't, you're still anti-men. You're anti-men. As I said, it's all it's becoming now. And allegedly covered, so it's because of what she said on Twitter. She refuses to acknowledge, apologize, take accountability, or care about her hateful tweets towards man. But I guarantee if a man did this, just like, because this is the world that we live in, and yes, I saw it recently, but I don't really give a shit. I couldn't really care. Twitch, basically, with these streamers, oh, we're now going to cut 50% off people's earnings on Twitch because our site is desperate for money. I've said many times the site is a dog shit site. Half of the people on it are a piece of shit. It's just the fact. Half of the people on Twitch are pieces of shit. They really are. The way they act. They think they're like gods. They think that they're untouchable. They brag about their status online. What do you expect from a site that is a piece of shit? What do you expect? And hopefully Twitch just dies out and nobody hears about it again. Well, you have a lot of them. You have a lot of this community on that site. You have a lot of them because Twitch is a site for losers. Basically, the basement dweller lowlives. Yes, as I've said many times, there is some good people on there, but it's very few. Half of, and it just shows. Like many people are getting mad about it. They're getting mad about it. What do you expect from a garbage piece of shit site? And as I said, there's many feminists on there, and yet a lot of them, and that's what I mean, these kind of people never speak out against sites like Twitch that promote sexualization. It's why I just laugh at feminism. It's just all garbage. So that's what she said. And it was in 2007, she said men are trash in response to something political. Yeah, if a man said that about a woman, they'd be cancelled immediately. Because we all know women have the power in this world. Everything gets handed to them. That's just a fact. In today's society, if you're a man, you have a better, worse life. That's just a fact. You're a woman, you literally get everything handed to you. It's just a fact. Basically, if you look like a supermodel, you're literally gonna have everything handed to you. It's just a fact. Nobody can argue with that. I don't care what people's opinion is about that. It's just facts. Literally, if you look like a supermodel and you're a woman, you're literally gonna have everything in life handed to you. That's just facts. It goes the same with men as well. If you look like basically a model, you'll have everything in life handed to you. Basically, a spoon in your mouth. You'll literally get everything that you want. I'm not a fan of dragging people for old tweets, but again, that's what she said. And then this is the reviews. Okay, so for clarity, I barely managed to episode 1. I had I had anime in the past where I could not push past the first episode, and it usually came from one of three things. To the no one wanted this; it should not have been made. Then again, exactly what I said. Yeah, this is anime is Japanese. That's exactly what it is. They're the ones that make it. We see all with the weeb stuff, and a lot of Americans are weebs. Well, this is what happens when a white person makes an anime. This should be a lesson. Don't let white people make a Japanese cartoon because it's not going to come out well. Just like with horror. Who made the games Silent Hill? Japanese company. Who makes some of the best horrors out there? Even though many of the movies are messed up, Japanese seem to know how to create proper horror, basically where it actually is real horror. That's just a fact. The same with video games. Silent Hill. That's a true horror game. And yet people say Resident Evil 7's a horror game. Gotta laugh at that one. That was made by white Americans who made the original Resident Evil. Japanese. That's what happens. So we should be learning a lesson here. When you let white Americans create something that is a source from Japanese, it's going to turn out bad. That's just a fact. Basically like a white person. There's that cartoon out there where it's got all black people in it. I don't know what it's called, but imagine a white person writing that. Wouldn't turn out very good. But so the last review was posted on November. Some are positive, but some are not. The biggest complaint isn't an anime as we know it. It's filled with woke ideologies and politics instead of having a genuine story. How time was wasted on creating it. But again, the Crunchyroll is just like Netflix. They don't care. This is what you got to understand about business. That's what you got to understand. If they make money, they don't care about your opinion. They don't care. They couldn't care less about your opinion, and they never will. This is what you got to understand. These people don't care about your opinion. Just same as gaming companies. They don't care. As long as they're making money. The only people that they listen to is the SJWs and the feminists because they're scared of getting cancelled. But besides anybody else, we should learn this from video games as well. With microtransactions, does any of these companies listen? No, they don't. They don't care. As long as they're going to make money, that's all they care about. They're a business. That's all they care about. Same as Rockstar Games. Like everybody's saying with like Rockstar Games, oh, this was a bad thing that their game got leaked. Not really. They deserve it. They're a scumbag company. They're a little scumbag company. They deserve it. But the Hollywood and that does not care about you, and they never will. It's time you wake up and realize that one. Your opinion doesn't matter to these people. If this show made millions upon millions, they wouldn't have cared about your opinion. They literally wouldn't. They don't care. They couldn't care less about the negative feedback as long as they make money. A lot of video games have had a negative impact, just like Cyberpunk, and now it's sold more than ever, and now people are still buying it. So clearly, your opinion doesn't matter. It's not gonna affect anything. As you say, I don't know whether they're supposed to be black or what, but you can see they're all females. So, for example, characters are made to be, because we all know if you go look on TikTok and things like that, or being fat, if you say being fat is not healthy and that it's not good for your health, you have people on TikTok and you have these basically proud to be fat movement saying, oh, you're just fatphobic. No, we're just trying to tell you that if you want to not survive until you like whatever age, then that's your problem. Being fat, really, really fat and overweight and weighing like nearly 1,000 pounds is not healthy. That's putting pressure on your heart and you're not going to live very long. And it's just a proven fact. Even doctors have said that to people that if you don't lose weight, you're going to die. So it's not fatophobic at all. But we had that movement. They want to post these movements. I'm proud to be overweight. Good for you. I'm not going to mention the other one, obviously, or the next one, because again, we all know the agenda. But this is what they promote in everything. I believe they even did it with Rick and Morty. I'm not going to pull the image up, but the new season of Rick and Morty, I saw a trailer of it. She basically, there's a new character in it that basically is kissing at herself. So yeah, they love promoting that agenda. Or anything else that's political, so-called It feels forced, and that's the problem. Exactly. All this perpetual, of course, by Americans with influence who talk about diversity, but don't understand the first thing about it. Exactly. It's just about our agenda. That's all this is. They just want to get, as soon as they get power, they want to promote their SJW feminist movement. And you should have learned that by basically the show She-Hulk that was doing the same thing, attacking men. Basically, the woman basically said all men should die. That's basically what she said. She said, I made a video about it. So it shouldn't be a shock. This is just going to continue. It's time to wake up to reality. This is a part of the Illuminati agenda. That's what it is. And they've done it for years upon years, and yet, it was acceptable then, but when it comes to TV shows, it's not acceptable. So it's okay to promote it onto kids for years upon years upon years upon years and teach it into schools and shove it down people's throats. Yet when it comes to a TV show, that's when it crosses the line. It just shows that these people are hypocrites. Yeah, they only call it out when it affects them. Just like most of the population in this world, they only call something out when it affects them. That's just a fact. But it is just nothing but a garbage TV show. I don't even watch anime. I don't even like anime, and I never will. I think it's cringe. But it's all it is, just another garbage TV show. That's all it is. I would have played the videos, but I'm not risking getting a copyright claim, especially with how these people work. Because with my channel, it's one of the most censored channels out there, and that's just the fact. If I play videos, I'll get them for copyright, even just videos in the past, where I'm just showing screenshots of a music video. Video literally gets claimed for copyright. Yeah, I saw a video not long ago of a reaction video, and someone was literally sitting there watching a whole movie and reacting to it. And that's allowed on YouTube. The shows. But as I said, all it is just nothing but a garbage TV show. And yes, there's people out here that think this way, that want to make everything. Obviously, I can't mention the word, but they want to claim that everybody is the T word, or they want to make people that way. They want to push that agenda onto people and make everybody accept it. As far as I know, there's some places in America that are banning it. And that you should have seen the amount of people that were crying about it. It's because people are sick of it. People are sick and tired of having this shoved down their throat on a daily basis. Basically, it's accepted, or we'll cancel you. Or we'll just label you a bunch of hateful names. It's the world that we live in. But what do you really expect from a bunch of feminist losers? Just like the TV show the movie Ghostbusters, that failed miserably. The whole female Ghostbusters. Then they made another one. The original Ghostbuster movies will always crap all over the new ones, and that's just the fact. These new ones are just garbage. They'll never beat the old classic ones with like the Slimer Ghost. Those were actually funny movies. But with this, with all the new Ghostbuster movies now, they suck. They literally suck. Trash. But that's how they destroy they destroy a legacy. And the same with video games and that. these companies just can't let it go. Literally, there's a time when you shouldn't make a remake. Shouldn't make it, especially if you're gonna screw it up. But that's all these people are, just SJW losers that want to push their agenda on. And their agenda is basically they hate men, blame men for everything, men the problem, men should kill all men and all that. Yeah, how is that allowed? That's what gets me. Yeah, if I post something on Twitter calling somebody an idiot or something, because Twitter is just nothing but a snowflake site. Basically, if you call somebody an idiot on Twitter, you'll get banned. Yeah, it shows what snowflake site that is. Basically, you call somebody an idiot, you'll get banned. I mean, YouTube isn't any better, neither is Twitch. I mean, can't on Twitch can't even call somebody a simp. Wonder why that is. It's because the people that work for Twitch are simps themselves. These little beta males that sit in their basement jerking off over someone sitting in a hot tub, basically hoping that they can get any form of attention from a female. So pathetic. That's the only people that like TV shows like this. That's the only people. Because they're just losers. So yeah, nothing but a garbage TV show that's just trash. And you don't like, as I said, they don't like men, masculine men. They want a feminized man. It's what they want. If they could have had that, if basically this person here, because clearly they're against masculine men, if they had what they wanted, they probably have this man here as they probably give him pink hair, make him have no bicep, no muscles or anything, and put him in a dress. Let's get real. Let's get real, because there's a clothing line out there where men are wearing dresses. It's basically a t-shirt, and just like with Kanye West, where he created his clothing line, it was basically a dress. So the way they want men, they want men. That's all part of the agenda, the role reversal. They want to confuse. They want to confuse people. Because in today's society, you can't tell anymore. You literally can't tell. If someone's properly got all that done, the way it is now, you literally can't tell anymore. You literally can't. But that's the way they want men. They want to feminize them. That's the whole point of the agenda. To feminize men and make men weak. Basically make men look weak. That's what they want. And then they'll empower women. They've done it in many movies where they empower women and they put men below. So you see, feminism is just the same thing. It's literally the same thing. What does the other movement do? Men promote that they're above women. Then the feminists promote that they're above men. Same thing. It literally is the same thing. It's literally the same thing. So you shouldn't be surprised by this. You literally shouldn't, because this is going to continue. It's literally going to continue. I mean, they didn't really get that many likes there, did they? I mean, 95. I mean, it's more than I've probably ever got. Well, yeah, shouldn't be shocked by this anymore. You really shouldn't. So I could imagine what she was saying in that video, probably defending it, saying, oh, you're just anti this, anti that, empower women, make women more powerful. Trash, man. I'd say again, you see the difference as well. It's not even an anime to start with. This is not even anime, it's just a cartoon. This is anime. That's what anime looks like. This is not anime. So this is literally a spit in the face. You'd have to be an idiot to actually believe that this is anime. It looks nothing like anime. This is not anime. This is called a cartoon. This is called anime. Anime looks a certain way. It's supposed to represent the Japanese people. This does not represent anime at all. This just represents, let's steal a culture and create it into a cartoon. Let's westernize anime. That's really what's happened here. They've westernized anime because anime is a Japanese that's what it is. It is Japanese. That's exactly what anime is. So when somebody else starts creating what they created, of course it's going to turn out bad. Because these people know nothing about anime. The weebs. That's exactly what they are, weebs. And these people probably had no knowledge at all. I don't even know if Pokemon was originally Japanese or Western. But even with that, you could tell that that was anime. Because with anime, you'll notice like the way the faces move and that. You'll notice like in Pokemon, they have like a square mouth or something. And then their eyes go like X's or whatever when they close their eyes. That's how you know something is an anime. Also, like with Dragon Ball Z, that's an anime. This is not an anime. It's just a rip-off of an anime. That's exactly what it is, a rip-off. But yeah, that's when this comes out. So again, only I found out through it by Twitter. Found out against it ages and ages ago. But I guarantee you this is going to become woke. Because again, when they say, oh, it's going to be for modern day audience, you know exactly what it's about. Saints Row, they said the same thing. And look how that turned out. So when this gets remade, it'll probably be a PS5 or something exclusive because let's put it on a platform that nobody has. It's been almost nearly 2 to 3 years and still nobody can get that console. And these developers just don't seem to understand that. They're idiots. But I played the original ones. I even played I don't know whether it was a spin-off, the one where he goes to prison. That was one of the best basically Splinter Cell games that I ever played. The one where he goes, that's all I know that happens, he literally goes to prison. Was one of the best ones that I ever played. One of the best. And they're gonna ruin this franchise just like they ruin everything. Oh, we're gonna rewrite it. Well, it's not a remake then, is it? It's not a remake. I mean, changing the storyline. They didn't do that with the Resident Evil 2 remake. They didn't change the storyline. All they literally did was change the graphics, change the characters, and they cut half of the stuff out. So it's obviously what's going to happen with this. They'll cut half of the content out. Half of the mission, half of the stuff that happens in the game will be gone. They'll cut if there's any sexual jokes or anything, or offensive jokes that people find offensive. They'll cut it out of the game. Because again, why they keep catering to these losers, I don't know. Because one, these people don't even buy the games. But you gotta blame all these Twitch streamers. Blame them, because they're the ones crying. That's all these gaming industries care about now is these streamers. That's all they care about. That's who they cater towards. Because they're the ones that buy the games now and shill them. They're the ones that buy games now and shill them. That's who they cater to now. That's why most games suck. That's just the fact. That's why most games now suck. Because they cater towards the Twitch streamers, the losers. And most Twitch streamers anyway suck at games to start with. They literally suck. But yeah, I guarantee you this will be ruined. As soon as you hear the modern day audience, you know exactly what that refers to. SJW, diversity, woke. That's what it refers to. But yeah, nothing but trash, garbage. I only knew about this because somebody sent me an email of it. That's who basically sent it me. Well, that's all it is, nothing but garbage. So I watch a lot of animes. So travel references, don't know about that, I've never heard of that. I mean, myself, I can't say what's in most animes, but I've exposed the symbolism, and I know with a lot of animes that there is underage because it's different in Japanese culture. Basically, in Japanese culture, you can literally become married at about, I think, 13 years old, and you're classed as an adult at 13. There's a lot of basically underage sex and a lot of stuff like that goes on in anime cartoons. Basically, you'll have like a 30-year-old in a relationship with someone that's like 30, below that age. Well, we already know America's just a load of bullshit anyway. They don't even abide to their own rules anyway. With that age of consent. And that video, I might post it. I don't know. It depends if anyone really watches it. Depends if anyone actually watches it. Man, if anyone's actually interested in viewing it, I'll probably post it. Because if no one's going to watch it, I just won't bother posting that Lewis Hamilton video. And I've exposed that on BitChute and WhatsApp. So, and I know she's a feminist. Someone said to me, check out the basically ad for basically a perfume that she's releasing. One, I didn't really see any Illuminati symbolism there, because one, I've said many times before, a triangle does not mean Illuminati all the time. not every shape of a triangle means Illuminati. But she did have short hair, which we know she's a feminist anyway, which is just laughable. But I mean, we all know that she was in Harry Potter, and as far as I know, she has done some sexual stuff in her career, which is funny. She becomes a feminist. Well, that's how you always know someone's a feminist anyway. They have like short hair. Most women dislike short hair. Doesn't mean they're a feminist, but most of the time, it always refers to basically a feminist. Because that's what it always refers to. And I seen that, but I didn't see it. I actually watched it twice. I didn't see no one eye symbolism, and I watched it twice. But triangle does not mean a pyramid all the time. I've always said that. And I don't make people mods for a very reason, because someone could easily abuse it, turn on me and start doing stupid stuff. So that's why I don't mod people. I'd rather take control of my own channel. And exactly, a lot of females just blame men because that's the way it is. All that cyberpunk edge runner. That's the only thing that's keeping cyberpunk alive, to be honest. That game died. It really did. That game died faster than any other game. The story was kind of interesting, but we all know I exposed that game. That it was full of Illuminati agendas. But that game died for. I mean, as soon as I saw that like anime, basically cartoon that they've made, I just laughed at it. It's just cringe. And that's exactly who I was talking about. That guy basically calls people snowflakes on his Twitter. Yeah, it's a sellout. You just have to laugh at it. Now, as I said, I don't have a problem with James Bond being black. Couldn't care less. I don't like James Bond to start with. It's a boring franchise. That's just my opinion. If people like it, then that's their choice. Nobody has to agree with me. I've never said that. But in my opinion, I just don't like the movies. I played the game, and even the game was boring. So the snowflakes are the ones who always trying to silence. Exactly. Basically, people don't like my opinion. Like, basically, if I say something sucks in a video game, same with the Fortnite community as well. If you say a skin or something sucks ass, they'll basically call you a hater or just call you a troll. No, nobody can have an opinion anymore. That's the world that we live in. Literally, nobody can have an opinion. Everybody's offended by everything. And it's only going to get worse, because until you get rid of these lowlives, these feminists, and stop letting them create cartoons, this ain't going to stop. I mean, you think they would learn by now? Stop letting these feminists push their agenda. Well, again, they give them everything that they want. Because the losers. Because, let's just cater to someone that's a lowlife. I've not heard about that. Sounds pretty messed up. I mean, that sounds pretty messed up, to be honest. Well, it doesn't really surprise me. I don't know whether you can hear that noise outside. Well, as I said, I'll probably post that video if people are actually interested in that. Because if no one's interested in that, I won't bother. I mean, I'm not going to post a video that nobody's going to watch. It'd just be a waste of my time. I mean, it would really just be a waste of time. So, I mean, the time and effort that I put into videos would be just pointless. Honestly, would be pointless. It really would. But yeah. Like, again, I kind of find it funny. But, shout out. I don't even know who that is, but well, again, it's literally, we all know it's all garbage anyway. You could literally, like, $8K really isn't a thing, to be honest. It's not even really a thing. It's literally, even on PC, it's literally not a thing, and yet they say it is. 8K is literally impossible. You can't even run you can't even run on PC a game fully on basically 1080p without it basically dropping frames. Unless you got a PC that's like nearly 10K, good luck. It's just a scam anyway. That's all it is. Yes, PCs are better, but it's a scam. It's literally a scam unless you're rich. Unless you're rich, good luck playing games. Like a PC that I had once, it was wasn't really that powerful. It could barely even run a game Alan Wake, and it was a decent PC. Basically, the main thing with a PC, if you ain't got a good CPU and a good, basically, graphics card, you're screwed. You're not going to be playing games. You'll be able to play emulators, but you won't be able to play games like GTA and all that requires high, basically, graphics. They're holding back on purpose. We all know why. It's, again, just to get you to buy just like with the PlayStation 5, it's a scam. Literally, they'll release games that they say, oh, they can only be released on a PS5, which is garbage. Because they can clearly put it on both platforms, but they just can't be bothered. They're just lazy. They literally are just lazy. Like, they're supposed to be releasing Resident Evil 4 Remake on PS4, whether that's going to be true or not, but there was a lot of people crying about it, saying, oh, this is basically holding back PS5. Well, nobody cares about you. This is what I said with the gaming industry. They only care about themselves. Oh, I had someone once on PlayStation send me a message when I was playing a game. Oh, you don't have a PS5. Get a PS5. I'm like, shut up. They were like, haha, you don't have a PS5. And I'm like, do I care? Because that's what we have in this gaming industry now, these fake gamers. Oh, I bought a PS5. No one cares. Literally nobody does. And it's just a scam anyway, the PS5. There's no games on it. There's not one exclusive on it. This literally Returnal doesn't count because that's just a garbage game. Returnal doesn't count. Every game that is on PS5 is literally on PS4. So it must be funny. But it is just a scam, like I said, but I'm just trying to do two things at once there, but yeah, that's the cartoon I was talking about. The cartoon where it's just full of black people. As I said, imagine a white person making that. It won't go very well, would it? And most animes do promote sexualization. They promote women as a sexual object. Well, it is what it is. But anyway, just wanted to make this video. Didn't mean it to be this long, but yeah. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.